Christmas time is here. Everybody knows there's not a better time of year. Hear that sleigh, Santa's on his way. Hip hip hooray for Christmas vacation. Got a ton of stuff to celebrate. Now it's getting closer, I can't wait. Gonna make this holiday as perfect as can be. Just wait and see this Christmas vacation. This old house sure is looking good. Got ourselves the finest snowman in the neighborhood. Ain't it fun? Always on the run. That's how it's done on Christmas vacation. Let's all let the homes and light the lights. Yeah, the toasted fire burning bright.
Can you hear me now? Yes, you can. Hello. Welcome to the stream. We're talking about, what's it called? National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Yes. Because, like I said before I turned the mic on, not only is it the greatest Christmas movie of 1989, it's the greatest Christmas movie of all time. Arguably. I'm not going to say, like, everybody has to love it. But, for me, it is my all-time favorite Christmas movie. So I thought it would be very apt to talk about it today. Since we're celebrating Christmas, we're celebrating 1989, and we're celebrating the end of this season of the Please Don't Livestream show. But let's start, because you told me, of course, Christopher is here. Sorry.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. And yeah, you told me just before we started streaming that you've seen the movie before. Obviously, most people have. It's a staple around the holidays here in Sweden. That it's on TV and stuff. But that you've probably never actually seen the whole thing before now.
Well, I mean, yeah. I've seen parts of it, because it's, as stated, it's always on at Christmas Eve here in Sweden.
Yeah.
And it's you always put it on, and it's that movie, and you put it on, and it's never at the start of the movie. It's almost always like in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Because you're away eating or opening presents or whatever, doing something else. And so I always see just snippets of the movie from here. Sometimes I see the beginning, sometimes I see the end, sometimes the middle. But I can't recall if I've ever seen the movie from start to finish all the way through before, ever. So yeah, this was the first time, I think, for that.
Yeah, and for me, it's become like a Christmas, almost like it's like mandatory watching. I usually watch it around my birthday, since it's pretty close to Christmas. It's the 18th of December, and so it's always become like I celebrate when I'm done celebrating with family or with friends, and I'm actually home. I watch Christmas Vacation. So that way it's kind of become like a tradition for me to watch it. And sometimes I force my parents to watch it if we're at my place and celebrating. I just, I've been trying to think, like, since the last stream, I've been trying to figure out, like, why I like it so much. Because, I mean, if I'm going to be totally honest, it's not like an amazing movie. It's just that what I think it is that it encapsulates what it is to celebrate Christmas with a big family when a bunch of relatives come in for the holidays, and with some over the top stuff, of course, like the Christmas lights and the turkey and all that. But other than that, it is a very very faithful rendition of what a big family Christmas like Christmas Eve looks like.
Yeah, definitely. That's for me too. Why it's such a staple in the Christmas movie pantheon.
Yeah,
Because it really encapsulates. Um, it's not that fun. It's not that well made. It's not that good of a movie, really. But it has that perfect spirit of things, that Christmas spirit,
yeah,
and you really get into it.
yeah, and that Christmas spirit isn't all positive.
No, definitely, and that's also one of the big parts why I like it, because most Christmas movies are really doing the positive thing, and this
Yeah.
one is showing both sides of the coin, both the bad and the good.
Yeah, yeah. And then I think the vacation movies in general, or at least the first one and this one, we talked about that too. I haven't seen European Vacation in years, and I'm not that big a fan of Vegas Vacation. I think they're like perfect comedies in how they build up each like joke or each setup and punchline, setup and payoff. And that's kind of what the movie is. Like, there is an overarching plot. It's a plot about Clark wanting to use the Christmas bonus to buy the big pool for the family. It's gonna be the big surprise. But that kind of gets like lost in the shuffle for a while, until like the end when he finds out he's not gonna get the bonus, and he kidnaps his boss on Christmas Eve. But up until
Well,
then,
technically he doesn't.
okay, technically, yeah, he just forcibly invites him over for Christmas.
No, he doesn't do that. That's
doesn't?
Randy Quaid. does
Oh,
that.
right, sorry, yeah. Randy Quaid
Yeah.
does it, yeah, as a nice gesture. That's right.
Whatever his character's name is.
Oh, it's Cousin Eddie,
Cousin right?
who actually got his own spin-off movie based on this.
Yeah, I know.
Have you seen that one?
No, definitely not.
Oh, it's
One of the
fucking
worst characters in
terrible.
the shows,
Yeah.
or show in the series. So
Yeah, I mean, he's funny in small doses, but
yeah,
when he
very
has
small.
when he has an entire movie, it's unbearable. I've seen it once, and I'm never watching it again. It's
Yeah.
fucking terrible.
And I gotta say that's probably just Quaid's doing. That's not the character. It's the actor.
I don't know. I think it's a mixture.
I mean, can you name me one movie where he's good in big doses?
Maybe not.
I
Maybe
mean,
not. Okay.
he's a funny side character who's in it for like 4 jokes.
That's true. That's true. I was gonna say, well, he's really good in the last detail, but he's not in that much. So, but yeah. It's Cousin Eddie that kidnaps him. But up until that point, the movie more or less feels like a bunch of like it's National Lampoon, so it's gonna be like almost like a sketch comedy. Each scene is its own little Christmas-inspired sketch, like the part when they're gonna cut down their own tree, and they don't have an axe, so they rip it out with the roots. You have them going to buy presents in the shopping mall, or when all the grandparents come in. It's all these like little like Christmas scenarios put into one long movie. So
Yeah.
and I think that's why it never gets boring. Like some Christmas movies, even some classic Christmas movies, kind of sags in the middle because you can only push the Christmas aspect that far. Like I don't know if you've seen It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh yeah, that's
classic.
one of my
Yeah.
that's one of my see every year movie.
Oh yeah. It's an amazing movie, but there are some parts in the middle where you're like, okay, get to the good
Yeah, I
part.
mean it is a slow movie.
Yeah.
And it doesn't grab your attention, but it's great for watching, and also watching with friends or with family.
Yeah.
So you can sit and talk, and
Yeah.
do these things at the same time.
I want to reiterate, I'm not poo-pooing It's a Wonderful Life. It's a wonderful, wonderful movie.
Yeah.
It's just that this movie, yeah, like I said, it really goes from situation to situation, and just presents you with that. Oh, it has that recognizable thing. Like, oh, I remember that from when I was celebrating Christmas a couple of years ago or whatever. And then if you like the character of Clark Griswold from the original Vacation movies, which I do, I'm a big fan of Chevy Chase as Clark Griswold. This is just the perfect setup for him.
Yeah, I think one of the best things with the movie is that it's so there's so low stakes
Yeah.
in it. There's no saving Christmas or becoming Santa Claus or don't take your own life. I mean,
It's just, let's have a nice Christmas.
yeah, it's
And
just
he tries so hard, and it just doesn't work.
yeah, and even with the big conflict in the movie with the Christmas bonus and
Yeah.
the pool,
Yeah.
that's still it's just a pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're losing some money, but it's not the end of the world.
No, yeah, it's just a bonus. They still have, like,
Yeah.
they still have money. They're fine.
Yeah,
And then, that's kind of what the whole Christmas thing is about. You get all wrapped up or caught up in the capitalistic part of Christmas, and you kind of miss the point what Christmas is really about. Which if I can plug my own channel on my own channel, what my Christmas series has been about, like celebrating the other stuff about Christmas, not just about the presents. Because that's the arc in the movie, because he wants to have an old-fashioned family-style Christmas, but he kind of gets caught up in the whole presents thing. Like the big surprise at the end of Christmas is going to be that he's building a pool for the family, when the rest of the family have already been enjoying Christmas as much as they can with what happens. But
yeah, and the same thing with all the small things, all the things he's actually stressing about and caring about. It's all just stuff.
Yeah, it's the little
Which is-
details that don't really matter.
Yeah, like getting the perfect tree and getting the perfect lights on the outside of the house and all those things. It's just, but it doesn't really matter because it's Christmas and family's here. And that's what's important.
Yeah, and that's the quintessential like point of any good Christmas movie. And you have that Christmas miracle in the end when he does get his Christmas bonus. Everything's fine anyway. Oh, that's why I like it. I realized that that like the last couple of years that I can like tolerate really bad Christmas movies. Like I watched a few weeks ago. I watched a movie with what's it called, with Danny DeVito and what's his name? Oh no, the guy from the American Godzilla, the '98 Godzilla. Oh,
Well,
no.
Broderick.
Yes, Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it, because it's basically about Deck the Halls. It's called Deck the Halls. It's about they're having like a competition who can do the best Christmas decorations and be the best host for Christmas, and it's an awful movie. It's cynical. It has some good stuff in it, and Danny DeVito's always good. But it's super cynical. It has like trashy, like made for TV movie music. But at the end, they have a really nice like Christmas miracle where everybody get together and they're all friends in the end. And I'm like, I was sitting at home alone, almost choking up to this terrible movie. It's like, it all worked in the end. Damn
It's
it!
Christmas.
It's Christmas. Oh, and that's why Christmas Vacation is like my favorite one, because not only does it all work out and then you have a great Christmas miracle, it's actually a really funny movie up until that point. It never gets obnoxious. Well, a little bit maybe. It's a little obnoxious from time to time.
Yeah, I mean, there are, as said, there's a lot of. First of all, the humor is not really my kind of humor. In this movie.
Okay.
It's a little too over the top, slapsticky.
Yeah.
Like with the sled thing.
Oh
What is
yeah.
it? Metal.
Yeah, it rides on we call it Teafot here in Sweden.
Yeah,
what
but
they
I
call it.
don't know.
It's like a sleigh. It's a ride.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a metal disc.
Yeah.
And that's just, yeah, that's
That was
just over. It's not fun at all. It's not a good joke at all.
I like it.
Yeah, and I see that people do, but
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
don't.
yeah. No.
Those kinds of jokes, I just no, it's not for me. So I'm not a big fan of the movie generally, but as you said, it has that great spirit of it,
Yeah.
and even a bad Christmas movie, it's still a Christmas movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like another favorite of mine. I just, as much as I don't want to admit it, I really like Jingle All the Way. The one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's a terrible movie, but it's so nice in the end.
I think that one has the same problem for me.
Oh yeah. It's terrible, and the jokes are even worse than in the Christmas Vacation.
I rewatched a movie, Christmas movie, recently, which I remember wasn't that good, but I reconsidered. Kind of new one. The night before.
Oh,
seen that?
yeah, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and
yeah.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Because I saw it when it came out, and I was like, it's kind of meh. Then I rewatched it this year, and it's actually pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw it once in the theaters when it came out, 2015 or something? And I was like, yeah, that was fine. It's not really my kind of Christmas movie. I like more wholesome, family-oriented Christmas movies. But okay, maybe I should give it another shot.
Yeah, give it
was
another
good,
shot.
But you know.
Yeah, and it's surprisingly wholesome for having so much drugs and alcohol and dark things in it.
Yeah.
It's still it's pretty wholesome.
Yeah, and I do remember like the whole thing. Once again, it's a great Christmas miracle in the end because he realizes he can actually have fun on Christmas. It doesn't all have to be about drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
He can actually enjoy Christmas.
And family is what is important.
Yes. I often talk about like trying to break formulas and do something different. But I gotta admit, when it comes to Christmas movies, just stick to the formula. Stick to what works. I love that.
Yeah. But I gotta say, I back to Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
I don't like the end of the movie at all.
Really?
I think the end is so bad.
What more specifically?
It's so forced that everything works out, and it's
it is,
and it's all with it's a SWAT team crashing through the windows, and it's like the end of Holy Grail. It's just what?
Yeah. I love that ending.
and then it's just oh yeah, and you can have the bonus too. Oh, okay, the end. What? What? It's too fast. It's too many things, and it works out too good. It's just too much. So I'd say that's the worst part of the movie is the ending.
Oh,
Up until then, I'm fine. I like it. Some jokes work, some don't, but it has the spirit of the things. But at the end, no, I'm just shaking my head.
Yeah, it definitely goes over the top towards the end. But at that point, I've never really considered it. I like that it is very over the top. Yeah, and the fact that a SWAT team enters and that he does not, and that no one gets arrested. Like,
no,
they still kidnapped the person. But he's like, no, I'm not going to press charges. It doesn't matter. He kidnapped you. We have witnesses.
Yeah, because I mean, if we draw parallel to the Swedish movie, I had to look up what it was called in English. Apparently, it's called In Bed with Santa.
Oh, Tomten far till alla barnen.
Yeah, I didn't know that's the American title of it, but it is. So in that movie, because I think that movie's really inspired of Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, it has to be.
There's a lot of similarities.
A lot of similarities. Like,
they
inviting people
even
you don't really like to Christmas because you should.
Yeah, and also even in that movie they have the neighbors who don't celebrate Christmas.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So I mean, yeah, there's a lot of those things. But anyway, in that movie, that also ends in total chaos.
Yeah.
But that's like a slow. That movie is like a slow build to this chaos.
Yeah.
So it's a payoff to the slow build. In this movie, there's no payoff. It's just chaos.
Yeah.
I would like a more build up. It doesn't have to be big build up. Just
Yeah, but
any
something. Yeah,
build-up.
yeah. It is a little like he. You can definitely see Clark like getting more and more annoyed, but he keeps on the wraps, and then at the end he just explodes, and it comes a little sudden. Yeah, I can agree to that, or I agree with that. But also what I think works much better in what was it, In Bed with Santa?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That all takes place on Christmas Eve. So it's all the bad stuff that happens over the entire month in Christmas Vacation happens on one day in Bed with Santa. So the build-up works much better in that one. Yeah, definitely. And Peter Haber, a Swedish actor, who plays the patriarch in the film, or one of them really, which is kind of weird. He plays angry very, very well. He's amazing. I don't know. You can't really look it up because it's a Swedish movie, but the scene where he beats up Santa Claus, straight up, legitimately assaults him, tries to kill him, is amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, there's definite parallels between those two.
Yeah.
And
I think that's one of my best Christmas movies. Also, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a really good one. I watched
that movie
several times.
Doesn't really have that spirit of things.
No.
But it's just a good movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really have the Christmas spirit. It's very cynical from time to time.
Yeah.
Which is a big difference from Christmas Vacation. But it doesn't really end with a Christmas miracle. It ends with like a Christmas like acceptance kind of.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we'll agree to be friends because of whatever happens in the end. Yeah. Fine. But just quickly wrap up. He doesn't go to jail for beating up Santa, right? There's no prosecution.
Not that we see, at least.
Yeah, that's right.
It's in movie land.
Yeah, that's true.
Just
well, they're all friends.
Out.
Yeah.
No.
I even think that the spoilers. It's the neighbor he beats up, who's dressed up as Santa. I think they're at next year's celebration in the end of the movie.
I haven't seen it yet this year, so I can't say.
Neither. But I think they are. I'm not sure. Anyway, you mentioned neighbors who don't celebrate Christmas, and in Christmas Vacation, you have Guy. I don't remember his name, and his fiance. I think it is played by, which is Margot, played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, which is another big point for me because I'm a huge fan of Seinfeld.
Oh.
So, yeah. And they have one of the best lines in the movie. After Clark breaks their window with the ice thing, the ice stick, and breaks their big, nice stereo equipment, and the ice melts and ruins the carpet, ruins all the stereo equipment and all that. When they come into the house, and she asks him, "Why is the carpet wet, Todd?" And he says, "I don't know, Margot." That is one of my favorite lines in the movie. Because that's a build-up though, because they have been antagonized by Clark for the entire runtime basically. We don't really get a good explanation to why they hate each other. It's just the neighbor you don't like.
I would say the movie is a great example on why. Because I think this movie is not an isolated incident. This has been going on for years.
yeah. Oh, and it's so good because they just can't understand what happened. The window is broken, the stereo is broken, everything is wet, but there's no evidence of any tampering or any break-in. What the hell happened? Why is the carpet wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot. Oh, it's so good. Oh yeah, but I don't know. I kind of lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? Oh, I was starting to think
the carpet.
Oh, the carpet. But I'm trying to. That's always a bad thing with these streams. When you start thinking like, I really love this movie, but what do I love about it? Damn it, I can't think of anything. I was trying to think of any. Well, No, another really good scene, another good line in the movie is when Clark is in the office and he has to say Merry Christmas to all the bosses. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass, kiss my ass, kiss his ass, kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I would say my best part of the entire movie is the Christmas lights scene or
yeah,
sketch or whatever.
that scene, yeah,
Because it's so iconic and it's so perfect.
yeah, it's a really good scene, but it's also one that gives me the most anxiety because they're so close all the time. It's working, and then someone just janks out another cable and it stops working. Just let it work, and then it does. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why the scene is so good because feel you're so on edge and you hate it. You hate everyone involved.
Why can't it just work?
Yeah.
This is all he wants. He's been working for days, and then it works. It's a little mini Christmas miracle in the middle of the movie. Yeah.
But when we're talking about as I said, I hadn't seen the entire movie. I don't think I've ever actually seen the beginning of the movie before.
Oh, with the
cars on the road.
Oh yeah.
And they're driving.
Okay.
Because I was started watching the movie, I was like, they're driving somewhere? I have no memory. Is it the correct movie? I had to look up. Is this the movie we agreed on? Yeah. So that was new for me.
Yeah, but that's another great scene. Just that it just starts out, and that like I said, every scene is a great joke or a setup for a joke, even if you don't enjoy that kind of humor. And that's how comedies should be. Not just this as a Christmas movie, but every scene should have something in it that makes you laugh. And sometimes it could be slapstick, sometimes it could be something verbal. Or it could just be a situational, and that is a great example of that. That the movie starts out not just with them going to the lot where they're gonna cut down their own tree, where you have the joke they're all freezing and they don't even have an axe, but even before that you have a joke about them and road rage, which is kind of a theme with Clark, because I think there's a similar joke in the first one, the vacation movie. So and just every scene has something, like a little joke, a little quip, a little something, or even a callback to an earlier joke. With the tree scene, when they put the tree up in the living room, and they're getting ready for bed. They're both reading in bed, I think. She's reading a magazine, he's reading something, and then he has tree sap on his fingers. He can't really turn the pages. And the more things he touched, the more things just get stuck to him. And she doesn't even react to it because she is preoccupied thinking about what they're going to do with all the fucking relatives that are coming tomorrow. So the lamp gets stuck, her hair gets stuck. The movie just has those kind of things all throughout the movie. I think, for me at least, because I like that kind of humor, I think it's a comedy masterpiece almost.
Yeah,
as far as comedy goes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a legitimate masterpiece, but a comedy masterpiece.
I was reading here, the grandmother, I don't even know what her character name is. The one who's don't know where she is.
Yeah, the really old one.
Bethany.
Mae Questel is the actress name. Yeah.
Yeah. This was her last movie.
Yeah. And she was the original voice of Betty Boop, the animated character. Yeah, I know. That's kind of
kind of cool.
That's kind of cool. And what is it? She brings a cat in one of the Christmas presents. Is it her?
Yeah.
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 Just a live cat.
Yeah, she's just taking things around the house and packaging it, wrapping it.
Yeah. What was this? Oh, okay. No, I thought it was a reference well, I guess a future reference to Christmas Vacation 2, the Cousin Eddie movie, but it wasn't. It was a reference to the old movie. Near the end of the film, Rusty says, "I told you we should have gone to Hawaii." In the first vacation, when asked where in the world he would like to go the most, Rusty says, Hawaii.
Yeah, I was reading. There's a lot of interesting continuity between the movies.
Yeah.
Just small things like in the vacation, the first one.
Yeah.
Eddie says that he's just been laid off.
Yeah.
And that movie was released more or less exactly 7 years before.
Yeah, it was like 82 or something.
83,
83,
but I think it was
yeah.
the beginning of 83. So yeah, a lot of those things, small things.
Yeah, and a nice, I guess, continuity joke is the fact in none of the movies have the same child actors. They're always different. And they don't seem to age. Because I think the kids in the first movie are supposed to be like 13, 14. I don't remember who they are in European Vacation because it's been so long. But I know in this movie, what's her name? Oh no, the actress who plays the
daughter,
big sister. Yeah,
Juliette Lewis.
Juliette Lewis. Yes, Juliette Lewis. She's supposed to be like 17, and I think she was like 19, 20 or something. And then of course you have world famous comedic actress. I can't remember his name either. Damn it, Johnny Galecki from the world's greatest TV show, Big Bang Theory.
All right.
Yeah, it's Leonard from Big Bang Theory who plays the son. What's his name? Rusty. And he's like 14 or 15 or something. And then I know in Vegas Vacation, I don't remember the kids' names in that one, but it's different actors once again, and they're like 15, 16, but it's over 10 years after the first movie was made.
Yeah, and they still reference that it's been that long in the movies.
Yeah, so and that's like a meta joke between the movies that the kids don't seem to age and they never look the same. The only one, another thing we don't have to, but the Christmas Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Vacation, that's the only time you have a returning child cast member, because the daughter from the first vacation actually returns and plays the same role in that one. What's her name? Oh, I can't find her now. But that's the only that's the only time the same actress has played the daughter again, which is kind of weird because she was only in the first one, and that's not the one you think of. I think that the most memorable child actresses or actors who played the kids were from this movie, I think, because you have two like legitimate like stars, in Johnny Galecki and Juliette Lewis. So yeah, that I was gonna say we should do an episode on Cousin Eddie's Island Vacation, but just for fun. But I don't think we should. It's I was like stopping myself from like we shouldn't.
I don't want to.
It's absolutely terrible.
Yeah. Please don't make me watch it.
I'm not gonna make you watch it. No, that's next year's theme. We're gonna do vacation movies.
All the vacation.
Yeah, we're gonna do all the vacation movies and then just vacation themed movies all year. And we're gonna start with Cousin Eddie's Island Vacation. No, we're not gonna do that. But back to what's it called? Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
I had something, but I forgot.
Oh,
it.
Cool.
No, I don't really like. What time is it? Oh, I honestly don't really have much more to say about it.
Yeah, me neither. This happens from time to time when we watch movies that we just kind of like.
Yeah, they're good.
There's nothing to really nitpick about it because it is what it is, and we like what it is.
Yeah, it works.
And it also it's a good movie, but it doesn't have that much layers. There's not much to discuss. Can't really analyze it. It's
No,
just
it's
it's a Christmas movie.
it's a Christmas movie. It has good jokes, and that's it.
Yeah,
But
but another we could talk about if we're done with Christmas Vacation.
yeah, more or less.
Yeah, yeah. So we've celebrated the year '89.
Yes.
Which was the best movie of those we saw?
Oh, um, well, I'm. I think I have to say it's kind of different because we saw some movies that we'd seen before,
No.
and like I mean, we watched like last week we watched Batman, which is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Um,
All right, we can do it like this. So first we can do different awards.
okay, yeah, because
So
I know which one I appreciated the most.
yeah. So the best movie. Doesn't matter if you liked it before or not. The
Oof.
best movie of those we watched.
I'm gonna have to give that to
UHF.
no, no. I was gonna say Leviathan.
Oh.
Yeah, Leviathan. Yeah, I think
So-
so at least.
I mean, this is the best. So Batman is.
Well, no, yeah, that's the
In there
thing.
too.
Like, out of these we watched during this celebration, it's the one that surprised me the most, and
Yeah, but-
I think I had the most fun watching.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, like Batman is a better movie, but I've seen that before. This was like a huge surprise that a
Yeah, but I mean, if
movie
we're taking, we have different awards here. So
Okay.
this is the best overall.
Overall,
Overall, the best movie. Just
okay. Well, then I have to say, it's gonna have to be a shared first place for me between probably Batman and Christmas Vacation. I almost want to throw in Tango and Cash, but you can't have three movies
No.
in the first spot. So Christmas Vacation and Batman, my favorite movies of this list.
I would say Batman too. I think.
Yeah. It's a really
I
good one.
wasn't on the episode, but I did watch the movie.
Yeah.
So just quickly, it was quite interesting to go back to. I haven't seen it since the Marvel universe got rolling.
Okay.
So it was interesting to go back and rewatch how superhero movies were once.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because it is actual characters. It's just not I am the strongest in the world and I'm also great and I'm also smart. It's just they're all kind of bad at what they're doing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they're real people.
I like it.
Yeah.
So I would say Batman.
Yeah, we were gushing really hard over it.
Okay. I didn't even watch the episode. I'm sorry to say.
No, yeah, but we like as we were talking about it, as it happens sometimes, realized like, hey, this movie's like low-key genius in how it like, because it kind of started the whole. It was a soft start of the whole comic book movie explosion.
Yeah.
It kind of went away, and then it really started up again in the early 2000s. But this was like
Spider-Man
the first, Spider-Man and X-Men were the
Yeah.
two big ones in that. But this one, it's kind of like the grandfather of comic book movies. Like it wasn't the first big comic book movie. Like it was Superman a few years earlier. But when you think of comic book movies, you don't like older ones. You don't think of Superman. You think of Batman. Tim Burton's Batman. So that's my favorite. And then I have to pick Christmas Vacation because it's so dear to me.
So and then the worst
Oof.
of the ones we watched.
Oh God.
Oh God, just pained.
And there were a few ones that were kind of duds, like Burbs, which I wanted to like it more than I did, but it wasn't bad. Same thing with Society. Then I like when we talked about Leviathan and Abyss. I had watched way too many other 1989 underwater thriller movies, like Lords of the Deep or whatever we call them. They were terrible.
Yeah.
But I can't really mention them. But I think the worst one, we watched was UHF. But it's not really that bad. I mean, it's bad. It's not that funny, but it has a few good scenes.
I would agree on you. UHF
Yeah.
That was that was the worst one.
Yeah.
I mean, I would rather see Friday the 13th Part 8 again than watching UHF
Oh,
again.
that's a pretty close one as well. But at least you can.
Yeah.
That's one so bad you can laugh at it. UHF was just.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just.
In Friday the 13th, at least you have fun.
Yeah.
UHF, you don't have fun. It's just
No. No.
So okay. Biggest surprise.
Leviathan.
Leviathan. Yeah, definitely Leviathan.
Almost a perfect movie, which doesn't happen too often.
Yeah. Great movie.
Yeah. You agree, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. Biggest letdown.
I think that has to be. I think that's Born on the 4th of July. Because I really, really enjoyed that the first time I watched it when I was much younger. And then rewatching it was like, yeah, this is a good movie, but I don't see why it's like a classic.
Yeah.
Like why it's mentioned among like movies like Platoon or Apocalypse Now. It's like, no, it's not on that level. No. Not at all. That was kind of a letdown.
Yeah, I was thinking of it, but I think The Burbs was the biggest letdown for me.
Okay.
Because it was Tom Hanks, it was a comedy, it looked so good on paper, it had everything working for it, and then it was a dud.
Yeah.
I'd say. So that's Born on 4th of July. I didn't think it would be that good because I hate Tom Cruise and I don't like war movies. So I mean,
okay.
so I wasn't let down that much. It just confirmed what I was thinking.
Yeah, exactly. I guess I'm right again.
Okay. I think the last thing I can come up with. Which movie are you most excited to watch again?
That's probably. That kind of goes together with an idea I had, like the best rediscovery. Because after we watched, for the second time watched Indiana Jones 3, I legitimately loved that movie. I used to hate that movie. That was my least favorite of the 3 Indiana Jones movies. But when we watched it, I was like, hey, this is really good. I really enjoy this.
Did you go back to watch the other two? You were talking about that you were going to.
I watched part of Raiders, the first one, and I still don't get it. It's a good one, but I don't understand. I think Last Crusade is a better movie than the first one. I think.
Need to rewatch it to give an opinion. Really.
I didn't watch Temple of Doom though, but and I'm not gonna watch that weird Kingdom of the Crystal Skull one. It's just it's just bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the one I'm gonna go back to watching because it was like a legit adventure. It was so exciting.
I'm gonna say Leviathan again.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I'm gonna watch that. I can't
wait to show it to people.
Yeah. I'm a little worried though, like if people are going to see what we saw in it. I don't know. Because like on the surface level, it's just a cheap B movie, really.
Yeah, but it's so good though.
It is. Yeah, no, it is so good though. But you gotta work past the cheap look. Yeah. Not even cheap look, but there are some aspects I was like, But behind that, movie gold. So yeah.
Yeah. That's the wrap up of this year.
Yes.
The year of 89, the greatest year.
Yes, the year of 1989. Yeah, and we don't know when we're coming back. We're coming back though. But I don't know if I think I mentioned it. I mentioned it in a pre-recorded video that's coming out on Christmas Eve. There's going to be some changes on the channel. I'm going to focus less on movie reviews and do like bigger projects that might take a little longer to make, where I talk about movies in general. But we are definitely going to continue doing Please Don't Livestream. Even though it's not the most popular show, I at least have a lot of fun making it. So it's coming back. But I think, we're not going to focus on a specific year. I think we're going to go back to just doing general discussions about movies or some sort of movie-related topic. There might be some themes, of course, but not as huge as this was. I mean, we even skipped a few movies, and still we made like, I think we did like 18 episodes all about 1989. So yeah. But that's that. Thank you for watching, either live or in the archives. Yeah, this is the last stream of the year. There's a few videos coming out before the year's over. But until next year, when we start this up again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and have a good one.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.